everyone. We'll open with the meeting of the salary board as usual. This is commissioners meetings of March 21 today, March 21, 2022, appointed hour 2 p.m. arrived. We'll get started with that salary board meeting with a roll call of members present, please.
Commissioner Eichelberger.
Present.
Commissioner Fauci. I'm here. Commissioner DiFilippo.
Present.
Controller Whitcomb.
Here.
Okay. All right, at this point, we open the floor for any public comment on issues relevant to the salary board. Do we have anybody in attendance?
Oh, no, there's nobody.
Nobody. Okay, very good. We'll move on to item 4. We have the salary board actions in hand. Those require action.
I'll make a motion to approve the salary board actions.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. If there's no further questions, we'll call the vote. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, we'll move to item 5, and that is the approval of the minutes of our previous meeting, March 7, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of March 7.
I second.
It's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. All right, is there any additional business to come before the salary board? I hear nothing, so we'll entertain a motion for adjournments.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, we'll adjourn the meeting of the salary board. We'll move on to today's Board of Commissioners meeting. I would ask you to pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order and begin with a roll call. Members present, please.
Commissioner Eichelberger.
Present.
Commissioner Fauci.
I'm here.
Commissioner DiFilippo.
Present.
Thank you. We'll go into item 3, which is our regular opportunity for any comment by members of the public. There's no one in the building, no one in the room rather, so anyone online, no one in the virtual presence. Okay. We'll move on then to item 4, which is the minutes that we have in hand from our meetings of March 3 and March 7 of this year.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of March 3, March 7, 2022.
I second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Any questions on that? Not all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. They are approved. Item 5, we have the personnel transactions that were reviewed last week. Those require action.
I will move to approve the personnel transactions.
Give us a
Second.
It is moved and seconded. If there's no further questions, we'll call the vote. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. All right, item 6 is the approval of resolution 2022-5. We'll entertain a motion on that.
Move to approve resolution 2022-5 budget adjustment.
I second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, item 7 is a motion to approve the talking about Nursing Rehabilitation Center board meeting minutes from the meeting of January 24.
I will move to approve the CNRC board meeting minutes of January 24th, 2022.
Second.
It is moved and seconded. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, item 8 is the action for the contracts and grants that were reviewed at the workshop. And of course, these are broken out. Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2 of item 8. 1 being existing contracts and extensions, 2 being new contracts we can address collectively or individually.
Make a motion to approve the contracts and grants as listed in agenda item 8, Roman numeral 1, A and B, 8, Roman numeral 2, A through H.
I second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. No further questions. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
There are no distinct votes. Item 9, we have the discussion and approval. This is a bid award in regards to Greason Road. Kirk Stoner. Kirk, did you wish to address this any further with us?
I provided the board a cover letter that outlined the situation. In short, we were the administrative agent for the Cumberland Valley Rails Trails Conservancy to receive some transportation alternative set-aside money, 100% federal funding to go to CDRTC to extend the Cumberland Valley Rail Trail in the Greason Road area of West Pennsboro Township. So we were looking to concur with the low bidder on that. There was also a reimbursement agreement that was updated with Penndot to match the low bid. The low bid was higher than CDRTC had anticipated. So to approve an ECMS, that increase to the reimbursement agreement. And then the final piece of it to allow me to work with our solicitor and the Penndot folks to execute the construction contract when that comes through for review.
Any questions for Kirk?
No.
Kirk, you outlined basically 3 different actions. Can we do these all as a single motion?
You can do it as one.
Okay.
You have the language.
This just says we're approving the bid award.
Kirk, could you please be specific about what action you'd like them to take? I'm fine with them doing it in one motion, but if you could lay that out,
Sure.
that would be helpful.
Yeah, so if you look at the memo I provided to the board, there's 3 bulleted actions there. The first is to concur an ECMS with Penndot's award of the project to JVI Group Incorporated. The second is to approve an ECMS, an increase in the reimbursement agreement for the contract from $700,000 to $803,515 to cover the low bid costs. Again, they're 100% federal funds, no county funds involved. And the final piece is to approve the planning director to execute the construction contract and documentation in ECMS following Penndot and solicitor review and concurrence.
Kirk, I will go retrieve the memo if you can indicate where it was received. It's in the contract. With the plans, with the,
I thought so. I'm
okay.
just like shuffling through it as quickly as I can so I can frame this motion.
In here.
Wherever planning is, it's in that one. Yeah.
Just do contracting now, it's listed, but that's it.
I don't. I'm sorry, I'm looking for it, but I'm not, unless you want me to go to the actual consulting.
The actual contract.
Is that in our workshop packet from last week?
No, it should be in this one.
See one item.
Let's see.
See it out of this here. Thank you.
Thanks, Teresa.
Yeah. But we circle back to that. We want to frame it correctly,
Yeah.
Kirk. So,
Right.
so you're not authorized. You're authorized to do too much, So we want to be specific.
I will stay here. I will wait right here.
How about we let's revisit item 9 in just a minute or two once Teresa gets us that data. So that's fine, solicitor.
Sure.
Okay, let's move on to item 10, and this is the motion to authorize the solicitor to execute settlement as outlined here, but I'll let the motion itself spell it out. So.
Right, this is the stipulations to settle for assessment appeals. All of the taxing districts have already approved the stipulations, and I'm asking for your authority for me to execute those settlement stipulations with respect to the properties noted on item 10.
Okay, we don't need to spell those out.
You do not.
Okay, they were on the agenda. So,
Correct.
okay, so we just need that action.
Yes.
All right, anyone wish to make a motion?
I will move to authorize the solicitor to execute settlement stipulations for the Bent Creek Hospitality SSN Carlisle VNB Incorporated and CT Shri Sai Tax Assessment Appeals.
Wait a second.
I have a question if I'm gonna ask our solicitor.
Sure.
Keith, I just want to confirm that you said if we approve this requests, we are not being set up, creating a precedent if other similar requests come in. You're correct.
I've given that opinion and so has special counsel.
Okay. Just for the record, I would like it noted that although I will second this motion, I will not be moving or seconding any other requests of this nature that come through. So I will second the original motion.
Okay. All right, any additional question, comment on the motion? If not, we'll call the action. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? It does pass unanimously, and Commissioner DeFilippo's comments should be noted for the record, please. Okay, that finishes out item 10 sufficiently, Mr. Solicitor. Action.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to item. Well, let's go back, circle back now. Are we ready to go back to 9 and address the rail trail conservancy action?
I'm ready. I'm just, Kirk, when I look at this and I see ECMS, could you please let me know what that means?
Sure.
Sure.
It's PennDOT's engineering and construction management system.
Thanks.
So it's their online system to manage all federal contracts and state contracts.
And we can do this as one big motion?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, is there a motion?
So I'm gonna move to concur in PennDOT's engineering, construction, and management system award of the project to JVI Group, Inc. To approve in ECMS an increase in the reimbursement agreement for the contract from $700,000 to $803,515 to cover low bid costs. And to approve the planning director to execute the construction contracts and documentation in ECMS following PennDOT and solicitor review and concurrence.
Second.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor and seconded. Are there additional questions or comments? We'll call the action. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. There are none opposed. The motion carries. So Kirk, you have your marching orders. I was going to ask you not to bring us any more acronyms, but I understand that would increase the size of every document tenfold. So
Okay.
we'll just
Right.
we'll feel free to ask you for clarity on acronyms from time to time.
I'll take that under advisement. Thank you.
All right, so that motion is completed. Okay, we'll move on to item 12, and that is the mowing bid results that were Brent covered these before, but here he is. So anything additional on these, Brent?
We did not cover these at the workshop, Gary, on
You did not.
Thursday.
Apologies. Okay, well, give us all the details then.
Yeah, so we received an open bids for mowing services at the following locations: the aging building, Cumberland County Prison, the Public Safety Building, and 1615 Rittner Highway, which is referenced in the bid documents as Echo -MHIDD building. We received bids from 4 vendors: Best Wash Incorporated, Blue Mountain Services LLC, Carnes Lawn Care LLC, and Coldsmith Lawn Care. The bids received were for a 2-year agreement. We recommend awarding the contracts to the lowest bidder, and the lowest bidder recommendations are as follows. Coldsmith Lawn Care for the Office of Aging in the amount of $3,840. That's for the 2-year agreement. And then Carnes Lawn Care LLC for the following 3 locations. Cumberland County Prison with a bid of $15,120. Public Safety Building with a bid of $8,160. And 1615 Rittner Highway with a bid of $2,976.
Okay, and those are all in order. There's no.
Correct.
Okay, good. All right, so we'll entertain a motion on the approval of the bids as recommended.
Yeah, Brent, the bid for Goldsmith, that was for Department of Aging.
Yes, that's for the Office of Aging, yes.
I'll make a motion to approve mowing, lawn care be approved for Goldsmith for the Department of Aging, $3,840. Carnes LLC to cover the prison at $15,120. It's the other location. Public safety for $8,160 and 1615 Rittner Highway, $2,971.
But it was 6.
6.
$2,976, and all of these are for a 2-year effective date or 2-year term.
I'll
Correct.
second that motion.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Are there any further questions? Brent, I just have one informational question. Do you happen to know off the top of your head what roughly speaking, the savings to us, not dollars wise, but in terms of the percentage of mowing that we used to do when we had Claremont and dropping that out of the equation? How much of a reduction is that, just roughly speaking?
I don't know offhand. Let's say, if you just give me one.
You know what,
second. Okay.
you can just get back to me on that. It's an
I
issue that's
will.
been discussed. Yeah, it's an issue that's discussed in the past in terms of, the presence of the gardens there and better ways to do things other than just mow grass. So,
Sure.
so I'm just out of personal
Yeah.
curiosity.
I can get you that number very quickly. I just don't have it at the top of my head here.
Okay, that's great. Sorry to catch you flat-footed. So we have the motion on the floor. Are there any additional questions? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
It's approved unanimously. Thank you for your information. Okay, let's move to item 12. We have the library system board appointment.
I will move to approve the appointment of Carmen James to the Cumberland County Library System Board to fill a vacancy commencing March 21, 2022 and expiring on December 31, 2024.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. Any further comment or question? If not, all in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Okay, item 13, we have the general disbursement transfer authorization requirements. So entertain a motion on that.
Move to approve the general disbursements transfer authorizations as noted in agenda item 13A through H.
I second.
Okay, it's moved and seconded. There's no questions. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, item 14 is our report out of executive sessions held by the board. We did have executive sessions held on March 16th of this year at 9:50 a.m. That was in regards to litigation. Also one on March 17 of this year at 9:45. And that was in regard to real estate issues. We'll move to item 15, which is additional business. Anyone have anything else to come before?
No.
Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Move to adjourn.
Stand adjourned. Thank you all for being here today.